It's a new day. Welcome to another trade recap for Friday, the 11th. And man, my camera quality is so cruise, bro. It's like, just bear with me, bro. I'm not trying to make high quality, you know, movie style things, but this is trading, man. Anyways, two trades today. The first trade I took was irrelevant and it was bad, and I got lucky. And the second trade I took was the one you're seeing right now on the screen, and it was actually a good trade. So let me go over the first one because it was really like the one that I should have not taken. Little bit of psychology mishap and risk calculating mishap. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. So let's see. Let's move this over here. Wow, that is right. Okay. So where did it go? Okay. This one was on the micro S&P 500. I went in originally with 10 contracts. I went in originally with 10 contracts, and I did not calculate my risk. Guys, do not do that. I completely messed up. Should have really calculated my risk better. I just went into it 10 contracts thinking, hey, that's gonna be fine. Turns out I didn't like how much risk I was using. It was just stupid of me. I'm being completely transparent with you guys. So the trade I took was a little bit of FOMO. I'm not gonna lie. It was off of this fair value gap being respected. I thought we were gonna get a continuation. We did sweep these highs. I thought we were gonna want to come up and at least take out this high, or maybe even come all the way up here, which would have made sense because we came down and just hit a reversal. I wish I would have taken this inverse fair value gap. That would have probably been, mostly ideal. I'm not gonna lie, but I didn't. So then I had a little bit of FOMO. I was like, dude, I'm missing out on all this. I even missed this fair value gap right here that I could have taken, even though it was a huge candle closure out, but I still would have made some profits. But that's not how I want to be thinking, but whatever. Anyways, candle came in, tapped into this fair value gap, and closed out. This is embarrassing. My original trade was going to be from here, the bottom of this fair value gap, to these highs, which isn't horrible, guys, but it's not the best, and I don't know why I took it. Luckily, I went in with 10 contracts and was like, wow, it's too much. So came up here to like a 125. I closed. The spread took me to like 95 or something like that, which is pretty whack. So top step, please don't spread me that much. That is ridiculous. And pause. What did I just say? Anyways, closed right here. Made like 95 on it, but it was a stupid trade. I got very lucky and obviously ended up reversing. I'm not even sure exactly why. I mean, we didn't even, sweep these highs or anything. But overall I got lucky. Okay, I did get pretty damn lucky. Second trade I took was much better, had more confluences. I was much calmer, and that was on micro Nasdaq. So again, you could have taken this trade off of this closure, this IFVG right here. We swept out these lows and then inverse this fair value gap right here, and then you would have skyrocketed into profit. Probably would have taken profit here where your TP would have been. I didn't do that. So I was kind of like really like being patient, looking for my trade. And then I noticed, of course, that this LFVG, which is the last fair value gap, last fair value gap is just simply like your swing low and your swing high. That last fair value gap, in this case, for bullish fair value gap, is a pretty strong confluence if it gets respected. So I was like, let's see if we come back down into that. I wanted to catch this reversal, but it didn't give me anything. Not even really on the 1 minute, guys. It didn't give me much. There was, I believe, a tiny fair value gap that got inversed. I mean, not even really, man. It was just didn't give me much. I mean, you could have, under this candle closer, just like break a structure, you could have entered. And then this fair value gap could have been your stop loss. Here, I'll just show you guys. Like this could have been something. So, candle closure outside Stop loss could have been like right here, and then your TP could have been like at these lows right here, which would have played out. You could have taken that. That is something you could have taken. I didn't take that shit. Sorry, excuse me. What I did instead was, and this is a little bit misleading, to be honest with you. Let's go back to this 5 minute because that's what I took the trade off of. I marked out this LFVG and I wanted to see if it got respected or not. It came down, huge bearish candle, but then it got rejected right at like the 50% mark. Pretty much, it was a super strong confluence. If you guys don't know, LFVG being respected at the 50% mark and closing right out with a strong bullish candle. Yeah, bro, 1000%. You could have entered right here. Again, I didn't do that, but if you did, you could have done like here below these lows and you could have set your TP like there. And again, the trade would have played out in your favor. Again, I didn't do that. What is going on? Give my damn brother. Bruh. Oh my gosh. Okay. I didn't do that. I waited for this bearish fair value gap to get inversed on top of this LFVG getting respected. I just wanted a bit more confluence because I wasn't feeling so confident today, to be honest. And it did close. Ideally, I would have wanted the second candle to close. But this third candle that did close outside was super bullish, strong buying confluence right here. So I entered right here. Stop loss was underneath this fair value gap. And originally I was targeting these highs. And I want to let you guys know, to, being transparent, that's the whole point of this, is I got nervous. New account. I don't want to be in drawdown. I was so scared of the loss that when we went above these highs, I was like, oh my gosh, what if we reverse? So I took profits right here. So my trade ended up not being too great. I should have held to my original TP. It would have hit, and it was a very good trade. Like, I knew what I should have been doing. I didn't. I took profits at about these highs right here. And overall, still a good trade. I should have just held longer. Should have been more confident in myself. But we did at least enter the trade. So on the day, 190, I told you I was going to show proof this time. 190 on the day. Two trades, as you can see, best trade was like 97, and the worst trade was 93. This was my second trade, the good trade. This was my first trade, the bad trade that I got lucky. And this is the day right here. So 190 on the day. I'll show you guys my note, my journal for the day. You guys can journal other things. I honestly would suggest looking up like good things to journal. What's things I should be journaling for day trading, and you could do that. Me personally, this is good for me. So I put my profits or a loss. So today it was profit 190. If I would have lost, I would have put loss 190. The amount of trades I took was just 2, which is my personal. I locked myself out at 2, and I'll show you that. And then I kind of put what was going through my mind. So first trade was too much risk, got nervous, took profits right away, and I put in parentheses, I used 10 micros, but reduced it to 5 after that trade. So that is what I did. Second trade was a long position trade following LFVG being respected, which led to a bearish fair value gap being disrespected. So that's why I told you, it hit that last fair value gap, got respected right at that 50% mark, closed outside of the fair value gap, bullish, which is a good confluence, and then it ended up inversing the bearish fair value gap, and that's where I entered. Entered along the closure outside the IFVG and won the trade. Be confident. But then I got to put, what did I do wrong today? I won, but what can I improve on still? You always want to try and improve, even if you win, guys. Psychology was good, but I did feel a bit nervous and closed trade early. Should have held longer. Yes, I should have. But as you can see, the spread, 125 was my first trade, and it took me out, 28. So, pretty wild. Oh, well. 53 seconds. Very, very quick trades, guys. I need to hold longer. That is my one thing. But I'll show you my lockout. Locked out, daily trade limit, hit. I think it locks me out till like the next session, or when the session ends. When New York session ends, which is good because I honestly forgot I put that. I wouldn't have taken another trade, but I can't trade. It won't let me. So, like, when I saw, this high get swept and then, this fair value gap being inverse, I would have been like, oh, I want to wait for this bearish fair value gap to get respected, which it did, and then take a short or whatever. Just because you're like on a high or whatever, especially at this stage. So I'm glad I put a lockout on myself. 2 trades a day, 10 trades a week. And you can put that on, which is right here. You go to settings, and you go to risk settings, and then you can put personal daily loss limit. You can put how much you want to lose. And then I put 2 trades per day maximum, 10 trades per week, 500 daily profit target. That is my daily profit target. I did not hit it. That's why I'm a little bit bummed that I couldn't have the confidence to hold my trade. But oh well. Anyways, thank you guys for watching the trade recap. Please share in the comments the trades you took, how it played out. Just kind of vent to me in the comments, and then I'll respond. I want to say, just building this trading community, man, because originally I was doing Fortnite and games and reactions, and that's fun and all, but I really want to do this. And so I might even change my username to like Jupiter Trades or something like that. But yeah, guys, we had a good day. Not the best, but we still ended in profits, and you got to take those wins when you can, even when I got lucky on the first trade. I'll see you guys next time. It's the weekend coming up. It's Friday right now, so Monday is my next trade recap. Good luck trading next week, and enjoy the weekend. Don't think too much about trading, but I'm going to be back testing and stuff like that. You should too, but don't let it consume your weekend. Enjoy your weekend. And I will see you guys on Monday. Thank you so much for watching. Leave in the comments below what you took today, how it went, and everything like that. And man, let's just do it. Again, let's get to it. All right, guys. See you later, and thank you.